Hello, hello, here we are again. The ultimate reading challenge. Bring everything together. Bring everything together. If you read every section of this guide aloud, you have already completed hundreds of repetitions of the English R and TH sounds. That alone is an achievement. Many people spend years studying English grammar and vocabulary without dedicating enough time to pronunciate. Yet pronunciation is one of the first things people notice when they hear you speak. If you read every section of this guide aloud, you have already completed hundreds of repetitions of the English R sound, R and TH sounds. That's my voice, dude, today. That alone is an achievement. Many people spend years studying English grammar and vocabulary without dedicating enough time to pronunciate. Yet, pronunciation is one of the first things people notice when they hear you speak. The purpose of this final reading challenge is not to test your perfection. Instead, it is designed to strengthen everything you have practiced so far. Throughout this passage, you will encounter hundreds of words containing the R sound and both TH sounds. Read naturally, breathe comfortably, and focus on communicating ideas rather than simply pronouncing individual words. The purpose of this final reading challenge is not to test your perfection. Instead, it is designed to strengthen everything you have practiced so far. Throughout this passage, you will encounter hundreds of words containing the R sound and both TH sounds. Read naturally, breathe comfortably, and focus on communicating ideas rather than simply pronouncing individual words. Imagine you're a professional preparing Imagine a young professional preparing for an important international presentation. Months before the conference, Dude, I'm like literally like, I don't have my voice today. I haven't slept for the past, 15 to like 18 hours. It's almost 2 a.m. in my side in the morning. Haven't slept last night. But yeah, here we are trying to practice. The video might not be perfect, but who cares, you know? The point is, I did the practice. That is what all matters.
Conferences.
Oh, conferences. How do we say conferences? Conferences. Very interesting. Con as a father, and for or as a mother. Con for and as a sudden, Oh, sudden. Okay. So conference.
Conference.
Conference, conference, conference. Good. Months before, months before the conference, they realized that although their English grammar was strong, their pronunciation sometimes made communication more difficult than necessary. During meetings, they occasionally repeated themselves because certain words were unclear. Rather than becoming discouraged, they treated this discovery as an opportunity for growth. Imagine a young professional preparing for an important international presentation. Months before the conference, they realized that although their English grammar was strong, their pronunciation sometimes made communication more difficult than necessary. During meetings, they occasionally repeated themselves because certain words, certain sounds were unclear. Rather than becoming discouraged, they treated this discovery as an opportunity for growth. They created a simple routine. Every morning before breakfast, they spent 20 minutes reading aloud. They recorded every practice session and reviewed the recordings. So, okay, I get it. Recordings. Like, how do I exactly mention that?
Recording.
Or recording, then, like as a saying, so the G is not pronounced, so it's just like, recording, then recordings, that's gonna be it. Interesting. And very weird though, trust me, dude. It's wild. Reviewed the recordings with honesty instead of criticism. Whether they noticed unclear pronunciation, they repeated the same paragraph several times until the difficult sounds became comfortable. Progress was gradual, but every week they recognized small improvements that had been impossible to notice from one day to the next. One day, while reviewing an earlier recording, they were surprised by how much their speed had changed. Their words flowed more naturally, their breathing was calmer, their rhythm sounded smoother. Most importantly, listeners no longer struggled to understand their message. Their pronunciation had become clearer and their confidence had grown alongside it. One day, while reviewing an earlier recording, they were surprised by how much their speed had changed. Their speech had changed. Their words flowed more naturally. Their breathing was calmer. Their rhythm sounded smoother. Most importantly, listeners no longer struggled to understand their message. Their pronunciation had become clearer and their confidence had grown alongside it. This transformation did not happen because they discovered a secret technique. It happened because they respected the power of repetition. Every remarkable achievement follows a similar pattern. A writer becomes better by writing regularly. A A runner becomes stronger by training consistently. A musician, is it or musician? Let's find out. I mean, I get it's music, it's a musician. Weird. Let's find out though. What is it? Could be a musician. I don't know. Or musician.
Recording.
But I didn't say recording. I said musician. This is what I'm trying to know. Musician.
Musicians.
Musicians. So musician or musician. Okay, good. A musician improves through thousands of careful rehearsals. Likewise, a confident speaker develops through repeated practice, thoughtful reflection, and deliberate correction. There are no shortcuts around this reality. Many learners search for the perfect course, the perfect teacher, or the perfect method. Those resources certainly help, but they cannot replace personal effort. The responsibility for improvement always belongs to the learner. Fortunately, this is encouraging news because it means your progress remains under your control. Every paragraph you read today contributes to the speaker you will become tomorrow. Remember that pronunciation is not only about producing sounds correctly, it's also about respecting your listener. Clear pronunciation reduces unnecessary confusion. It allows people to concentrate your ideas rather than trying to identify individual words. Whether you are participating in a job interview, leading a business meeting, teaching a class, creating an online content, or simply speaking with new friends, clarity demonstrates preparation and professionalism. Professionalism, correct. This does not mean you must erase your accent. In fact, many successful speakers maintain accents that reflect their cultural backgrounds. Their accents become part of their identity. What makes them effective communicators, it's not the absence of an accent, but the presence of clear pronunciation. They articulate important sounds accurately, maintain comfortable speaking rhythm, and organize their thoughts logically. Think about some of the most respected speakers in the world. Many grew up speaking different first languages. Some speak English with noticeable regional or international accents. Nevertheless, audiences listen carefully. Their speech is organized, confident, and easy to understand. Their message is stronger than their accent. This is an important lesson for every learner. Your goal should never be to sound exactly like another person. Your goal should be to become the clearest version of yourself. When your pronunciation improves, your personality becomes easier to hear. Your humor becomes easier to appreciate. Your stories become more engaging. Your ideas become more persuasive. Clear speech allows your authentic voice to reach other people without unnecessary barriers. Now consider your future. Imagine yourself recording YouTube videos without worrying about difficult words. Imagine introducing yourself confidently during an interview. Imagine participating in international meetings where people understand your ideas the first time you speak. Imagine teaching, presenting, negotiating, or telling stories with calm confidence instead of hesitation. Those possibilities are not reserved for natural gifted speakers. They belong to people who practice consistently. Dude, I don't know, but I'm not on the mood today. Like, I'm literally off. I'm literally dead in the eyes. I cannot even do anything, man. Like, literally. So, well, let's just keep going. We've got a couple of paragraphs to go, so Adi. There will be days when improvement feels slow. You may read the same paragraph repeatedly without noticing much change. Continue anyway. Real progress often becomes visible only after weeks or months of consistent effort. Looking back, you will realize that the sounds which once felt impossible now require almost no conscious thought. As you continue your journey, remember a few simple principles. Read aloud every day. Record yourself regularly. Review your recordings honestly. Correct one mistake at a time. Repeat difficult passages until they become comfortable. Focus on clarity before speed. Celebrate progress instead of demanding perfection. These habits may appear ordinary, but extraordinary results are built from ordinary actions repeated consistently. Finally, remember when you began this journey, perhaps you want greater confidence. Perhaps you want a better career opportunities. Perhaps you dream of becoming a successful content creator or an inspiring public speaker, an effective salesperson, or a professional communicator. Whatever your reason, keep it in front of you every day. Purpose creates persistence, and persistence produces remarkable results. The road to clear speed is not always easy, but it's always worthwhile. Every thoughtful repetition strengthens your pronunciation. Every recording develops greater awareness. Every conversation builds experience. Every challenge prepares you for greater opportunities. Years from now, you may not remember every pronunciation exercise you completed or every tongue twister you practiced. However, you will remember the confidence you gained, the conversations you enjoyed, the opportunities you created, and the people whose lives influenced because you learned to communicate clearly. Take one more deep breath, read one more paragraph, record one more practice session, improve one more sound, then repeat the process tomorrow. Because remarkable communication is never created in a single day. It's created through thousands of thoughtful repetition, one clear word at a time. Thank God. Ciao, ciao.